called in all the way from over there. Please on stage, wonderful Mr. Lee Maloney.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, this is a lovely place, isn't it? I always think when I go to a lovely place, the first thought in my mind is, what can I steal and then not notice? Do you ever get that? Excuse me, sir, can you put back that grand piano? It's just been tuned. But I went on holiday recently with some friends, and we went to Tennessee, and we were in the VIP lounge, and a friend of mine decided to steal an entire set of side plates. It was horrific, because one of them didn't match. I said to her, do we look at them in their daylight? And it's not the sort of thing you can exchange either. You can't go back and go, do you know, these plates fell into my bag and one of them's a different shade. Do you mind if I swap it out? I mean, I'll be counted off by the police screaming, it's not a matching set, you monsters! But, yeah, I think I really need to grow up a little bit. I mean, I'm now in my 50s, so you know, you need to grow up a little bit. And the conversation in the pub the other night featured stair lifts, hydrocortisone cream, and varifocals. Now, I absolutely know that I will be one of those people that has to get the stair lift up to get my hydrocortisone cream from the bathroom. Then I'll get the stair lift back down again, because I need my glasses to read all that tiny little writing on the bottom of the tube. Then I'll have to go back up on the stair lift because I left the cream back in the bathroom, and then back down on the stair lift again because I'm still looking for my glasses. They're already on the top of my head. You know, it's just going to happen, isn't it? But I think supermarkets are quite ageist. Have you noticed that? I mean, just once when I'm at the supermarket, when I'm scanning my moderate selection of daily wines, I would like it if somebody actually tried to guess my age rather than just dab the clearly over 25 button. And it's so rude, isn't it? Blip, they just scan you with a contemptuous look. Blip, old git. Blip, you're past it. I'd like it if there was a flipping feedback button saying, you contemptuous little sod. I'd be tapping away at that like a hyperactive kingfisher. And why is it when people go to supermarkets, they can't walk in a straight line, can they? They're just, you know, moving around in their daily lives. You know, they get to A to B, from A to B with no problem at all. They get to a supermarket and they turn into zombies. Lolling around, bumping into things. It's just, and they always stop, don't they, right in front of the thing that you want to pick. But I have a very British strategy for this. So I stand there huffing loudly. And when that doesn't work, I start tutting even more loudly. And then when that doesn't work, I start to get really mad. And this is when I'm going to really teach them a lesson. I go to another store, and they really feel it. But also, I think, why are reduced sugar products? Why are they more expensive? Surely there's less of it. I mean, the glue's in the name, isn't it? I mean, if you take some air out of a balloon and it starts to wrinkle and sag, you can't charge more for it, can you? It's just common sense. But I'm trying to be a little bit more mature. I've started giving blood. Come forward. I mean, I say blood is actually largely Sauvignon with a few platelets floating around. But I'm actually not a natural donor. And when they remove the needle, there's sweating, there's moaning, there's eye rolling. And I have to say to the nurse, can you stop that please? Because I feel genuinely faint. And they strap you onto what I can only describe as half a hamster wheel. So they sort of rotate you back and forth to equalise your blood pressure. And what happens? All the loose change falls out of your pockets. And And they go around afterwards with a dustpan and brush, scooping it all up. They're off to the pub, and I pay for the first round. But I think as you get older, you do become a little bit more intolerant. And I suppose an example of this is when I go on a dog walk, I'm walking along, thinking about moonbeams and unicorns, and then you spot someone and you think, oh shit, I've got to make conversation now. Do I climb a tree? Do I roll into a ditch? And maybe cover myself with leaves? And normally as well, I've been picking my nose. Because in those private moments, you do that sort of thing. Like when you're in the traffic lights, and you think nobody's watching. So by the time our paths cross, I actually look like something that's been slimed out of Ghostbusters. But I think age affects your memory as well, or your mind. Do you ever walk into a room and think, what on earth am I doing here? Do you do that? And then the neighbours say, will you please get out of our house and put some bloody clothes on? And I think it affects your eyes as well. I mean, I wear varifocals, and I do quite a lot of Teams calls with work. And I have to look through the bottom of the lens, because that's where the magnification is. And I just look really judging. But I am. And I'm convinced that at some point, online influencers are going to start trying to flog me erectile dysfunction tablets and incontinence pants. Now, part of me is going to think, how dare you? And the other part is going to be, at basket, express checkout, and buy.